Unlock your full potential with Brain and Focus, a powerful supplement designed to boost mental clarity, enhance memory, and sharpen concentration. Made from a blend of scientifically proven ingredients like ginkgo biloba, omega-3, and essential vitamins, Brain and Focus is crafted to fuel your mind. Our process ensures maximum potency and effectiveness, delivering the perfect balance of brain-boosting nutrients. Take just one capsule daily, as prescribed by your healthcare provider, and feel the difference. Whether it's powering through your workday or staying sharp in life's challenges, Brain and Focus keeps you at the top of your game. Stay sharp, stay focused, and stay ahead with Brain and Focus. Brain and Focus, fuel your mind, achieve more. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Good afternoon, family. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Everybody to another beautiful episode of the Africa Today show, right here on the media of the 21st century. My name is Job, in case you're here for the first time, and to the returning listeners, subscribers on all our platforms, including Rumble, BitChute, YouTube, and of course to everyone listening through the radio station, and to those who get to catch this also live or on record on podcast form on Spreaker and Spotify as well. Karibuni sana as we get to extend the conversation of the current events going on globally, and of course majorly about Iran and Israel attack that Israel did start. And of course, they have really sent major warnings. It's super crazy. We have a president, not really president, but the prime minister. I don't know why I keep on calling him the president, but the prime minister of Israel, that is Netanyahu, Benjamin Netanyahu, who said he was attacking Iran to prevent nuclear holocaust. We shall be talking about that as we check how Israel, apart from them talking about or using their defense mechanism, how they did drop the equivalent nukes that they are actually warning about to Gaza, and how actually ever since they also have a very big record of the weapons that they have also they have used to fire in other countries. So that's our top conversation for the day. But along that, we shall also be discussing about how Iran also did get to warn, I think that is Trump, not Iran, but sorry, Iran. And of course, this calls or means that the US is going to be involved. What we were talking about yesterday, we have some circulations of information where Trump did say Iran should have signed the deal that they were told to sign, and it's a shame and a waste of human life. Simply stated that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. So we shall be talking about that. Looking forward to be joined by Mr. Blackout Fire, and of course sharing much more of these conversations, details, videos, and articles as we get to move on. But just to highlight you a little bit, in case you're not able to catch up with the reaction time that is during this particular evening, we're discussing about the police brutality that has led demonstration also right here in Kenya for the last 1 week. There's been mass demonstrations from different regions. Actually, since last year, I think in Kenya, demonstrations have just been on and active. People want Ruto to go because the economy has really worsened under his regime. People have lost so many, the companies have shut down, different companies. We've had people losing their jobs. It's a whole lot that actually is happening. So there's been demonstration for the last 1 week, and this is because of a young man, aged 31, who wrote something on Twitter expressing himself. Of course, we live in a democratic country, so I do have the right to express myself.
I know we live in a democratic country. So why you didn't tell me you was live, shorty?
I'm gonna kick you out. I'm gonna kick you. One more time, you know what's up. But anyway, karibu sana. So since we live, of course,
That'd
in a
be solid.
democratic country, that is Kenya, the 31-year-old guy was arrested for what he posted on Twitter, and we've been talking about this for the last 1 week, and which led to the demonstration because he was killed. He
Murder.
was in the police station,
That's
and of CCTV footage
disgusting.
have been removed. We've seen everything, how the police conducted, even his were handling even his body and all that. But today it's crazy because today we didn't expect any demonstration. It was not announced. It was not planned. Demonstration have been happening today since very early in the morning. Kenyans stand up in the street. So many people have not been able to open up their businesses because of this. But the crazy part is that as we demonstrate about police brutality, a young man has been shot. And
Wow.
the
Wow.
video is super disturbing because it's going viral. A young man has been shot. I've shared it on the WhatsApp chat for those who can be able to read or if they'd love to see it. But a young man has been shot. He was doing nothing, just selling face masks to people who are protecting themselves from the tear gas and all that. He was just actually just standing, did nothing, didn't even try to defend himself. But the police.
It was a murder, wasn't it?
He was shot on the head, straight, just close up shot in the head.
Wow, then he's dead. Wow.
Yeah. So it's crazy because this is
Wow.
now
Wow.
more angry, and it's giving
Yeah,
people more.
I'm angry. What was this supposed to be unalive, man?
And of course, we've seen also, we've witnessed today many goons were paid by the county governor of Nairobi, the governor of Nairobi County, and they went ahead chanting Ruto should actually stay for more 5 years. Those are paid goons. And it is so sad because shout out to Kamlesh. There's something he said about Kenyans right now. It's a high time actually we're being tested our IQ. Our IQ level, our IQ level is being tested at this particular point, because if you're gonna be having paid people to vandalize or organize crimes, go beating people who are demonstrating peacefully, and even during the election, it's gonna be super, super bad, because that's the biggest test to see if we really want this man out, as we keep on saying,
if you're a moron.
Yeah, to see if we really or to see if we're really morons. But these are the current events, or the events that actually took place this particular day today in Kenya. These are the scenes. Let me share this. As always, people running, and
earlier on we also saw, and you can see, just individuals on borders, trying to, make their way out of this particular street. We're also seeing just, police vehicles trying to counter the protesters using tear gas canisters. Those are 3 police, Land Rovers, and the street is now, you can see a bit.
Yeah, so now Kenyans are actually very mad because it's no longer hidden. It's very evident that these people are now paying goons, and they are working together with police officers, because videos they're not showing us on the mainstream media, because that's the observance today Kamlesh actually was doing, checking what the mainstream media is posting and what people on the ground are posting. It's 2 totally different things. People on the ground are posting the police brutality. They're showing you the reality of what is happening, but the mainstream media is just showing you how people are running away, how we have people saying Ruto, must stay and all that. We're protecting the city. You're like, this is crazy. This is super, super crazy. So it's no longer hidden. We know.
Welcome to propaganda. Welcome to real life propaganda, Joe.
He had the audacity today evening to say that he's not shaken. He's not gonna be distracted by any of these things happening in the country. He's very focused, and he's here to fulfill his agenda.
Right. He's focused on his agenda of making sure the white man has all the country money. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He said whatever it costs, whatever it's gonna cost him, is ready. is so ready. So that means even if it's selling the country, ensuring the white man puts a smile on his face, we should be ready as Kenyans.
Chaotic tear gas canisters wrenching the air, and it's getting really chaotic here because, like I was saying earlier on, we saw individuals on motorcycles and hooded up and masked up with batons and water jammers, just are trying to counter the protesters.
Yeah, so that is what has been happening today in the 254, and much more.
You shoot innocent people in their head. Listen, you're just not going. Your regime. This is the regime, but the Europeans will never call Kenya a regime because they're their puppets. See all the words they use. Kenya is a regime. You're shooting innocent people in their head up close and personal. This is a regime, but no European power has said Ruto's got to be taken down at all. Because he's their puppet.
Exactly. So be warned, this is a triggering video. For those who might find this disturbing, we apologize. But yeah, this is the video literally that now is just making us people are really mad. I don't know even how to process it.
Well, you're supposed to be mad. When innocent people getting murdered, Joe.
We're demonstrating about police. People are demonstrating about police brutality, and then a cop just comes and shoots someone on cold blood, on close. What do you mean? What are you trying to show us? What are you trying to tell us? Who protects?
They're trying to show you how dare you try to change Africa from what it was when we ruled your parents and your grandparents. Who the hell you think your kids are? You're gonna change it. And this is to instoke fear. But when he did that police officer should have been beaten an inch of his life. They supposed to crowd supposed to grab him. He wasn't supposed to leave there alive.
Well, the man on the blue is there, just minding his business, waiting for customers. The protest, slap him, and shoot him.
This is when you know you got a lawless country. When the
Bashar
repercussions coming. Nothing's gonna. They know there's no repercussions coming.
Shout out to Kenyans. They've been able, because these are police officers working with face masks on, which is also very not lawful. That is illegal. I don't understand why.
Because that's when you turn the face mask out, so you find out where his families are. You go, you pay a visit to him and his family.
That's what they have done. So shout out to Kenyans. They're really, really active.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's what you got to do. Eye for an eye.
His face has been revealed, and the Kenyans are like, we're looking for this man's house now, because
damn right.
How do you kill someone and just walk like there's nothing happened? That is so disturbing, and so many people
street justice. The country's lawless, Joe, but now you must implement something called street justice. Like Kenyans are finally learning. I want to go to your house, and we're going to take care of your ass.
As you should. But yes, as we go back to the other conversation, shout out to Jason. Hope you're doing amazing. Before we get into the main conversations, I want to share a little bit.
No, Jason, I'm in your ancestral homeland. I'm in Arkansas right now, brother. man, I was in Little Rock this morning. I see why your family got in. Not to say nothing bad about Little Rock, but if I had to live in Little Rock, I think I'd shoot myself in the head. It is so poor, so depressing. That's right. I'm like, man, this place is depressing. There's no way I can live in Little Rock, Arkansas. The poverty is, no way. I said, if I had to live here, I might commit suicide.
Crazy. It must be really bad. Anyway, suicide is really, really bad. But anyway.
I never killed myself. I just moved. But I'm like, I was down. I was like, how are they living in this kind of like open poverty in Little Rock? Man, I see why Little Rock got a lot of gangs. People it'd be miserable living up in that kind of poverty. Shit.
But continue, we have a little bit of knowledge here on history, which is talking about how many black-owned towns actually existed, and this is after slavery. And we're talking about a total number of over 50
But
black-owned towns.
it burned them down to the ground, Joby.
Exactly. This is after history. So they're saying after slavery, many Black Americans built all Black towns to escape racism and create freedom through land ownership, self-governance, and community. Towns like Nicodemus, Mount Bayou, and Boyle thrived with Black-owned schools, banks, and businesses. And though many were later targeted by racism, violence, urban renewal, then these towns remain powerful symbolism or symbols of Black resilience and independence. So it's amazing to see that, and it's good to know that there were 50 over, because it's barely, I feel like it's barely ever mentioned.
It's never mentioned, Joby. Most Black Americans don't even know that history you just said right there. It's not mentioned. It's covered up. It's never taught. They always say, "Oh, you Black people in America lazy and you had no culture." And I was like, "You out of your mind."
Because if you talk about what they're talking about, how Black people did create freedom through land ownership. I've seen so many videos where there's been many
land stolen,
or Black people who owned actually acres of lands, but white people did jealousy came and claimed these lands.
That's
and
right, stole it.
Every last generation of that particular family out of that land, so and ensure they'll never claim it. So
that's right.
It's really an amazing history to learn and to also understand again Black people globally, especially where you are right now, to understand
globally
history you have, where it started, who you really were as a person, how you lived before you were this effed up, by Trump and the
That's right. That's a good way to call it, Joby. Before you were effed up. That's right.
Exactly, before you are this effed up. But as we get into the other conversations, of course, including today's conversation, we are on Trump talking about how Iran should have never signed. They should have signed the deal that they were told. And
now this is the lie. He's gonna talk about. He's trying to use threats. See, white people using threats because they've been robbing, stealing, and killing for so long. And so now the global world order of power is changing. And so Trump thought he could be slick and say, well, he had nothing to do with them bombing Iran, but we know they did. Because Iran never said they weren't going to come to no negotiate table. The whole thing, understand this, guys. You always got to go back to Smedley Butler, right? That war is a racket. Somebody Joey play these videos. I told you. Everything is always, what can they steal? Put one of these fake banks up in there, right? One of the fake banks. And what shit can they steal that they have control and make them more wealthier? See, the whole world has been based on a few white people and cats with the hats getting wealthy off everybody's back. Because should nobody even be poor in the whole world? The world is a place of abundance. But you got psychopaths rulers. So the thing, it has nothing to do with no terrorism, no bomb. This is about them trying to steal the oil and the gas of Iran, then also shut down China's trade routes. So this them, because since we're a dying empire, this them trying to steal somebody else's wealth and give it to themselves and keep their economy going a little longer. So don't ever think that's not what you had nothing to do. Everything else is kabuki theater. Oh, it's about a weapon. Iran has nuclear weapons. Iran don't have no nuclear weapons. It ain't they years from making it, like the CIA just said. That's the fake narrative they tell you, so they can go and steal their shit. Okay? That's why Africa's poor, because of the stealing. That's why the people of Africa is poor, because of the stealing that's going on. But it's never because of what they tell you. Oh, Iran's never been a terrorist state. Iran never paid nobody, never hurt anybody. They've been trying to defend themselves. And like Iran told them, we're going to make this thing a whole parking lot. You better leave it. They even told you, leave Israel now. We're going to turn Israel into a parking lot.
Yep.
Leave. They told you leave. See, the Israelis don't tell you leave. They go kill people, shoot babies in the head. Just like today, they shot some more egg workers again today in Gaza today. They're trying to help babies. They blew them up. You know. So now you got the Israelis all on TV crying. But I also want you to know, see, Iran hacked into the Mossad's paperwork. See, Mossad has run what we call honeypots globally. Got people doing all kind of wicked stuff like pedophilia to Jeffrey Epstein and everybody else. So everybody, all the world leaders have been blackmailed or bribed. And also with the Samson option, Israel shows that Israel said if we go down with the Rothschild, they already told you. I thought Israel was supposed to be our ally. Israel said they're going to bomb D.C., they're going to bomb New York, they're going to bomb Moscow, they're going to bomb London, they're going to bomb Beijing, they're going to bomb L.A. They got the whole records of the same. Israel said, we go down, we're going to release nuclear weapons on everybody. We're going to take America down, we're going to blow it up. We're going to blow up England, we're going to blow up France, we're going to blow up Russia, we're going to blow up China, we're going to blow all. There's going to be nuclear weapons going to everybody's countries. And mostly America, they got D.C., New York, Los Angeles, Chicago. Man, Joey played that video. I told her to play first on the list. I told her to play. I already knew, but a lot of videos, Israel hacked into the Mossad's database and got that knowledge. They got everybody who's been bribed, everybody who's been blackmailed, all the evidence about you got your penis in some kid's mouth. Right, all of it. All of it. They said they're going to eventually release all of it. So they got to have a war with them too because, see, and then everybody knows that Israel controls America through the fake money scam, the banks. So that's why they try to get Israel, put them on the fake Rothschild banking scam so they control their resources and steal everything they have. That's what the Europeans are known. That's what they do. Steal people's shit. That's what all wars have ever been about. How can I steal what you got and then call it something else? Terrorism, or you getting a nuclear bomb. But see, the problem is other countries have developed their weapons like China, Pakistan. And remember, Pakistan gave North Korea the nuclear bomb. So Pakistan's got the nuclear bomb too. So, and then South Korea, North Korea just asked Iran, you want the technology, we'll give it to you. We'll get a nuclear bomb. We'll give it to you. See, like I told you, African people, you should have been developing nuclear bombs and weapons because this white man is a liar. Everything tells you don't supposed to have no weapons, you don't defend yourself. We'll defend you while they're the ones killing you. They're the ones stealing from you. They're the ones keeping you in poverty. You got the British Prime Minister saying Israel's got a right to defend itself. What are you talking about? They the ones bombed Iran. And then he goes on to say Iran shouldn't respond. This is the mind of these psychopaths. That's why the Europeans are going to get this work. Your karma's long overdue. And you're going to get it. You're going to get this work. You're just not going to just die out. You're going to get this work because you're wicked. The majority of you are wicked. Not all of them. The majority of you are wicked. This one had the nerve to say Iran should just let Israel bomb them and don't do nothing. Like, what are you talking about? And that's what they really believe. They're insane. Go ahead, Joe. What you about to play?
Okay, let me play this video. Of course, after Trump said that Iran should have signed the deal they told them to sign, and that simply stated that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. We want to look at how...
Who are you to tell me I can't have a... Who the hell are you to tell me? That's why... Who the hell are you to tell me what I can and can't have? Who the fuck are you, Joby? Who are you to tell me what I can't have? And you're the one that's used the nuclear weapon bombing and killing everybody. That's the scam. See, exactly. See, that's where they keep... See, they're losing power now, Joe. Because, look, they've always had the power with their weapons. Everybody's now developed their own weapons. And now the power dynamic is changing. So you're not going to tell me what to do no more. You're not going to just come in my country, bomb me, and steal all my shit, Joby, and make you rich and have my people in poverty. That's why the whole world is designed today, Joe. They stolen everybody's shit,
And this is
and
this is
they're go ahead.
exactly what this video is explaining,
Oh,
because
go ahead.
Israel might not be doing things directly, but we know the US is everywhere. You know, it's food. The US food is everywhere. You know,
Yeah,
stealing resources. You know,
yep.
Military bases the United States has around the world. You know, no other country has this. Just the United States has this. Nobody
Yeah.
else does this. China, Russia, they don't have bases all over the world. Who does? We do, because that's how capitalism ends up. You have to use a gun to keep it going, and you have
Steal
to
it.
become fascist. And this is why our country is going down the shitter, and we're ending like all great empires end. We're overextending militarily
It
while we won't
always has
take care
been
of
like
our own
this.
people
See,
at home.
and this,
That's where you're.
and this a moron white man. It's always been like this. This ain't new. Smedley Butler's book was a record of 100 years ago. You know, now it's changed. America's always been a rotten, racist, death-written ass country. Because the people that stole it created with all thieves and robbers and criminals. It's always been this way. They never take care of their people. What is he talking about?
so let me go play the first video. I missed this one already.
These are all the military bases the United States has around the world. You know, no other country has this. Just the United States has this. Nobody else does this. China, Russia, they don't have bases all over the world. Who does? We do, because that's how capitalism ends up. You have to use a gun to keep it going, and you have to become fascist. And this is why our country is going down the shitter, and we're ending like all great empires end. We're overextending militarily while we
And
won't
pause
take
it,
care of
pause
our
it,
own
pause
people at
pause
home.
that, Joby.
That's where
Pause
your
that.
money.
See, capitalism universe is abundant. Everything's abundant. Like I told, should nobody be hungry? Because why don't you got? Okay, we got all these trees out here. Why do no female trees everywhere just have fresh fruits growing in every place? Why are there just male trees everywhere you go on the planet now, all in the city? Why aren't there just fruit trees, Joby, which is female? Why are there not female trees planted in Nairobi, planted in Lagos, Nigeria, planted everywhere like it used to be in Africa? Why are there not female trees, Joby, planted all up and down the highway in Kenya, which will be free? You can have mangoes, strawberries, all that shit. Why is it not planted?
Because
the world, because it's abundance. Because you need somebody to pay for it, Joby. You got to have scarcity for their wicked system to work. Go ahead, Joby. Go ahead.
He's going because your government is 100% corrupt, not regular corrupt. It's 100% corrupt. This is called corruption. Do you see this? Do you know what this is called? This is called $1 trillion a year in corruption, because that's all this is. These people are there, these military bases are there to make sure American corporations can extract natural resources from these places. Look at all the bases we have outside of China. Look at this. Here comes South America, Central America. Look at that. Can you imagine if China had these many bases in South and Central America or anywhere?
Yeah, right.
Can you imagine if China had all these bases in the Middle East? Imagine.
They do have these bases in Africa, though. That is, China does have these bases in Africa. But let me share the first
They're starting.
video.
They're trying, exactly. They're starting.
Let me share the first video you shared with me. We start off with that as we continue.
Currently demanding that the United States get involved and fight their war against Iran.
But it's okay. This ain't the first one I want you to play. The first one was the third one. But you can play this one. He's gonna tell you what I'm telling you about, how this is about stealing resources and putting their fake bank. See, remember, the Jays have created fake money. That's how they control the world, through their fake money scam, their paper scam. They need it, but they got to put the fake paper bank in your country to keep it going. Go ahead, Joe.
Terrible idea for a number of reasons. But first and foremost, this does not benefit the American public. Why should any Americans be unalived to fight someone else's war? Not to mention, have we ever had the discussion as to whether or not it might be a bad idea to commit regime change on one of the world's strongest powers with 90 million people, maybe this is not really a good idea. And even if we do achieve the results, the consequences in the long term will be absolutely unimaginable. Most of the world's oil flows through the Strait of Hormuz, okay? You got the Red Sea to worry about as well, of course. You've got all the U.S. military personnel in this region who will be impacted if the U.S. gets involved. This is a terrible, terrible idea, and there are actual conversations and debates going on in the White House right now as I stand here and talk to you about whether or not they're going to pursue this. The United States is sending U.S. Air Force tankers for refueling operations,
which is illegal,
in the Middle East. They have deployed the USS Nimitz, which was stationed in the South China Sea, now towards the Middle East. Of course, the United States is providing these air missile defense systems to Israel and new missiles for these defense systems each and every day. This is a terrible idea, you guys. I cannot stress it enough. This is being done without the consent or approval of the American people or even the United States Congress.
As if they've ever done anything. I mean, they've never done anything with the consent of the citizens. Like, look at
exactly. But the scam of a democracy, Joe. You're not supposed to be able to do anything without the consent of the people. You're right, it's a scam. There are no democracies. That's the dirty scam, Joe. Exactly. You're not supposed to do anything without the consent of the people. It's unconstitutional if you're in a democracy.
Exactly. Because if the consent of the people was involved, we have a whole consent that need to be answerable about 2020, 2019. We won't mention a lot, but yeah, let's leave it at that.
Is an illegal and impeachable offense, even right now, without being directly involved. And I can't imagine how bad this is going to get. This is all about regime change. This is about targeting Iran.
Should be impeached.
They want Iran's oil. They want Iran's gas. They want to privatize Iran's banks. They want to sell.
They want that bank. How's that, Joby? They want that bank, and they want that gold. They want that oil, and they want that gas. They want that bank. They want the money. Don't ever believe it ain't never about that. They got Libya's gold and oil. They got Iraq's oil and gas. They got Syria's gas right now, today. They got Americans right now in Syria controlling their resources today. They told you about terrorism. They were the terrorists. Ain't it funny? You ain't seen no terrorists in Syria since they took it over, since they got rid of Assad. Ain't that amazing? What happened to all the terrorists? What happened to all the terrorists that were in Syria now that they took it over and got Assad out there? And somebody said this morning, Assad's up there in Russia making glasses now. So America's is right there in Syria now. Stole all their oil. Stole all of it. Trump was honest about it. That's right. We stole all their oil. So what? So it ain't like Trump, because Trump tells the truth. Because it's never about this fake terrorism. About all that fake terrorism in Africa. So they can steal shit. Get it? Now what happened to all the terrorism that was in Syria for 10 years with Barack Obama butt licking ass, this homosexual moron. Oh, the terrorism in Syria, the terrorism in Syria. You ain't heard about no terrorism in no Syria since they took control of it completely and got Assad ass out of there. Not one damn news report about no terrorists in Syria no more. Ain't that amazing? And they got control of Syria. And you ain't heard about no terrorists in no Iraq. Since they now got Iraq's oil. Oh, where the terrorists in Iraq at now? Oh, they don't exist. You ain't heard about no terrorism in Iraq. And now it's Iran is a terrorist country supporting terrorism and blah. That's where they go steal their oil, steal their gas, and everybody's got to go on their fake banking scam. Get it? The fake banking scam that allows these people to get rich off everybody's back. Go ahead, Joe.
Oil, the gas, the land to international cartel of finance capitalists. They want to control Iran's domestic policy. They want to control Iran's foreign policy. This will have huge ramifications.
They want to put a puppet in there and steal all their resources.
Ron,
Like they did all throughout Africa. Puppets in, steal all the resources, make them rich, and leave everybody impoverished. That's the scam they've been doing. Okay?
BRICS. We're going against the entire axis of resistance. Terrible idea. Do not do this. I cannot think of a worse way to leave a legacy if you're the president of the United States. Now, Donald Trump might do just.
Yeah, so that's the end of the video.
So you got. So look at the third. Look at the third. I was gonna say play this one first. I couldn't find the other ones, but there's been many videos on TikTok and other places, especially on Twitter, showing that Iran hacked into Mossad and stole the information about all the honeypots, all the pedophilia, all the bribes, all the damn everybody's been targeted for bribes and blackmail, and then showing you that Samson, they can get hold to the Samson option. Everybody know that's real. The Samson option is real. You know, it's a fact. And shows you the cities that Israel's planning the nuclear bomb if they go down. So we're going to blow up D.C., we're going to blow up Los Angeles, we're going to blow up Chicago, we're going to blow up New York, we're going to blow up Moscow, Russia, London, England, Paris, France, Beijing, China, and Belgium, what's the name? Brussels over in Belgium, and some other, I think also Berlin, Germany. It's crazy. Yes, Joe, we're going to play it.
All right.
Good for the other side. Shit ain't looking too good. While Benjamin Netanyahu and Israel may have been able to get some licks in, the licks have been licking back from Iran. Okay, the licks been licking. A couple days ago, it looked like one of the major Iranian strikes struck the home, Netanyahu's family residence, that was in. It began with a C. Put it down below in the comment section. I can't think of it up off the top of my head. But y'all remember when Hezbollah sent drones and they ran down on that shit and they did a bunch of cosmetic damage to their home? That shit was hilarious. Yeah, it no longer exists. It's gone. Remember when Benjamin Netanyahu's wife cried?
Iran blew it up. It's right. Don't exist. They got rid of it. The house is gone. Does not exist.
My God, today. And who would have thought that less than a year later, you not only would you not have rebuilt that pool, cut the cameras. The whole thing is done. It's gone, baby. It's gone. Finito. Ain't making it to the sequel. Okay, so over this weekend, there were a lot of things that were put out, and I figured I'd go ahead and thank HSHMLS HHRY33. You should definitely, they do an impeccable job at reporting, getting some of the blind spots in which I am not able to catch in a good enough time frame. So I figured we go through some of these things that we either A, knew about, or B, did not know about and need to know about. Okay. If you guys can show this account some love, because I do get a lot of information from them as well. That's one of my other sources that I don't necessarily talk about, but I'm bringing it to service today because, as you can see, his account is currently being reported and restricted after sharing documented Israeli violations in international law. And he stands truthful reporting, which is accurate. Which this account is chef's kiss. Okay, so if y'all can show them some love as well, y'all know, because I love to share the stage, and I'm going to make sure that I help everybody out that I can, because we're a tight knit net, so we need to stay tight netted to ensure that the truth gets told, regardless of where it's coming from, whether it's leaving my mouth or somebody else's account. We need to stay tightly knitted. So I'm going to use this as my go-to, and we'll jump into it. So here are some of the things that I want you to pay close attention to. Iranian official warns that Israel will not be habitable soon. We know that, okay? Netanyahu says Iran wants to kill Trump. He is the number one enemy. But, and here's a huge but, the biggest but. I'm talking big booty Judy type butt. Big booty, don't drop that dun type of butt, okay? One thing, he said that Iran wants to kill Trump. One of the things that he neglected to inform you of is that he also wants to kill Trump. Yes, ma'am. Now, that is nothing different than what we have saw in the past from several world leaders all attempting to each other. So I need you to come up off that. Oh, but He wants to kill Trump. So does Trump. Trump wants to kill Trump. Trump even sabotaged and set up his own potential assassination. So I need you to come outside of that. Use the gift that God gave you. Think about, why would he be telling me this now if he's had this information the entire time? Because it's weaponized information that he's strategically putting. It may be true, but he's weaponizing it and placing it to recreate his own objective and propaganda. What he neglected to inform is that he himself also will take Trump out if need be. Okay? Now, in those documents that Iran was able to achieve and that Iran promised to send to the entire world, they released some documents that proves that Israel has a specific plan to not only take out Trump, but also all the
pause it. Now we know Mossad has taken out John F. Kennedy back in the 60s. We know that they've taken out many other people. Of course, Trump don't do what he said, what they tell him to do, because they run America. It's going to be a bullet in his motherfucking head. He knows that. So this is not so they got all the information. So Iran went into the Mossad's database and got a hold to the secret censored records about getting rid of Trump if he don't do what he's told to do. You know, putting a bullet, a real, not that fake assassination chip, a real one. You know, where he's unalive for real. And then also they got hold to the Samson. You guys have heard of the Samson reaction. Where Israel said, if we go down, we're going to take the whole world down. Everybody gets fucked up. Go ahead, Joker.
Some of the major cities here and around the world as punishment. Basically, it's a plan that if we go down, your ass is going down with us. Okay? So hold on. Let me show you. Now, during this weekend where Iran was literally shoving their boot all like further and further and further up Israel's ass until it got to their throat, Iran also made sure to drop some vital information in which KK made it clear. I never said I didn't want to kill that motherfucker. In fact, I said that's exactly what I want to do. But I'm not going to do it. I haven't done it yet. And if he keep fucking with me, he may just end up in the city of the dead. Do you understand what I'm saying? He may just end up with them 8 million bodies that America left piled on our shit back in 2014. So what you gonna do? Because listen, if it's me or you, I guarantee it's gonna be you. It ain't gonna be me, bitch. So I understand. One thing about them, they're going to tell you the truth. I sure did. Ask him how many times he tried to kill me. Oh, okay. All right. All righty then. Shut the fuck up. So basically, the images that were circulating, released from Iran's recent batch of hacked Israeli intelligence files, claim to expose Israel's Samson option. This is a nuclear target list. So basically, these are the cities that would be hit, U.S. cities included. New York
Pause
City,
that, Joey. Pause that. Pause that right there. I want you guys to look close and look at the cities. You see Moscow, you see New York, D.C., Los Angeles, Paris, London, Belgium, Brussels, Belgium, Beijing, China, and some other ones. But anyway, they're showing you that, see, they're no ally to nobody because they run the world through their fake banking scam. They don't ally to the idea. They keep telling you on their fake media that they own the media, so they give you nothing but propaganda, guys. About there being that we must help Israel and all these lies and be scared of the Allah, be scared of the Muslims. It's always the fake Muslim shit they give you. So now that you got this release, of course, through their media, oh, this is not real. We know it is real. And everybody knows. Everybody's heard of the Samson option. You've heard of that for generations. That Israel has a Samson option. We've heard of that. You just didn't know what it was. They're talking about blowing the whole world up. If we can't rule it, we'll blow it up. If we can't control you motherfuckers and make money and be parasites, we'll blow it up there. Just because the whole group of them are psychopaths. That's why they can kill innocent men, women, and children in Gaza and don't say nothing. Yeah, kill some more. You had them up there dancing about blowing babies' heads off and burning them alive. This evil shit. Wicked. So That's the option. They want to blow up everything if they can't run it. We can't rule it, blow it all up. Go ahead, Joe.
Just news now coming in. I see Trump talking about how Trump says he knows exactly where Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei is hiding, and he is an easy target. That is what Trump is talking about.
Yeah, good luck with that, Trump. That Trump is just talking a lot of goofy dumb shit. You know what it's at? You know what? That's just goofy dumb shit he's talking, because now you got Pakistan up in there. They're nuclear power, China and Russia. They said, come on, do it. That's just goofy. All Trump is doing is fake bravado. He's already been exposed as a moron when he just told, oh, I was trying to stop Israel. We know you was plotting with Israel. You were refueling the planes, and Israel's getting fucked up now. See, your Lord and masters are now getting fucked up. So this was going on. So he's got to save face and say, I know what it's at. Well, do it. Do it then. Do it. They already told you Israel's not going to exist. Do it. We know Israel's behind Ukraine. They're sponsoring that one. We know Israel's behind the Congo. Do it. And shut the fuck up then. Either do it or shut your stupid ass up. You fucking moron. Now he's running around trying to sell phones. You guys see this moron trying to sell phones on TikTok? I got a better phone than Galaxy and Apple. Buy my Trump phone. What? I'll take this moron. This dude's a moron. So what's happening is you got a complete power shift happening in real time. Something ain't happened in 500 years to the Jays and white folks. They're scared to death. Because I told you, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. North Korea's a nuclear power. Pakistan's a nuclear power. They said they'll make Iran a nuclear power anytime they ask. So, yeah. This is the thing of power. I know who cares what the fuck you know. So what? Do it then. Since you know it, stop talking about it and do it. As soon as you do it, Israel will cease to exist. They already told you. They were nice till you get out of there. It's going to turn this bitch into a parking lot. They told you. We're going to turn this motherfucking country into a parking lot. There you go. Go ahead, Joby.
Los Angeles, Colorado. If things don't go well.
Oh, no, not Colorado. That's where Joby Zoe's at. Not Colorado.
It is something that we have all speculated for a very long time as to what could it be that has the Democratic Party and the Republican Party so tied into Israeli shit. Why are they so gung-ho? I stand by Israel. The truth is it's not just the money. And I remember saying that for a very long time. It's not just the money. It's got to be something else. It's the honey trap. It's not just that. It's something bigger than that. And we were right. What we speculated, that something bigger than that were threats against America. And it's coming out that the threats against the American population is the only thing that, well, one of the only things that are keeping them this gung-ho and tied to Israel. So while we have been speculating this entire time, truly, there is something that has been allowing them to stay this glued to Israel. And it has quite literally only been protecting their assets. It ain't about the citizens. So I don't want you to sit here and be like, oh, well, they was just trying to protect us. No, the fuck, they wasn't. No, they wasn't. No, they wasn't. If they were trying to protect us, would they be doing this shit to us? Fucking up the healthcare, fucking up shit in the streets, fucking up. Come on now, use your brain. It's their assets, and America is a superpower. They don't want to lose being a superpower. Having these nuclear strikes done in these specific areas would essentially destroy America as a whole. It would be the beginning of the end. And it ain't about our lives. It's more about the image, the ego in it all, the money, and their status on top of that. Which is why they have those bunkers. Because if they don't do what's right and they cannot control us.
So remember all the billionaires all got bunkers now. So they know something you don't know. All these billionaires in America all got bunkers. Because they've all been told, they've all been briefed. Iran said, we'll blow you motherfuckers up. You don't get down do what we need to be done. Rothschild's already told us we're gonna blow you motherfuckers sky high. So now you know I got all these billionaires all got bunkers running around here. Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, all of them got bunkers. All these damn billionaires all running around with bunkers. Fallout shelters and shit. And all they should have did was they should have went and took out Israel, took out the damn Rothschilds and the Rothschilds. They should have took them out a long time ago. Say, fuck it. These parasites have got to go. Go ahead, Joe.
Iran was gracious enough to give us this information. Here's what I'm speculating. Those people that were working with Iran, they told them, yeah, I've seen it myself. I've been in those meetings. They, for sure, plan on, regardless if so whether Israel wins or lose, at some point, the sanction option will be brought to the surface and it will be ignited. I'm giving you this information. Do with it as you will. Thanks for the money. It's good doing business with you. Iran said, I believe you, but I need proof. Because they're not going to believe me. I need irrefutable, indistinguishable proof. That's literally y'all documents. It can't be written. It's got to be something indistinguishable that they know for certain. This is the account where you can go look at it. It's everywhere, but if you need a direct source, this is the account. It's everywhere. A lot of people have brought this up. Fox News and CNN has not brought this up, but I figured I'd bring this to the surface to help y'all understand a little better.
Of course, Fox News and CNN is not going to bring it up. They owned by the Jays, Moron. The Jays own Fox and CNN. They own those networks, you moron. They're not going to bring it up that they plan to kill the whole world off if they lose power. Go ahead, Joe.
Or nuclear retaliation. Y'all sitting up here mad at Iran for pulling out of the non-proliferation treaty, not realizing that if Iran pulls out of that and decides to push the goddamn button, it would be saving us from the people that is going to push the goddamn button regardless. It may be a last resort nuclear option, but whether or not they take over and get Greater Israel, they do have intentions, that of which they've told us to our face, to take over America, England, and any other city. Not just against attackers, but against any nation deemed complicit or neutral in Israel's hypothetical destruction. Read it and weep. Think of it as a diplomatic Israel suicide vest with world capitals as the shrapnel. This idea, if Israel goes down, they take everyone else down with it. Either way, it's no longer hypothetical anymore. So y'all, whoever's doubting Iran, I need y'all to go ahead and apologize to KK, because he's the only thing that's going to save your ass. Thank you.
Hello, my Kenya cousin.
Cousins, for real? Are you kidding me? Get the hell. What the hell? But yeah, this is the second video over there. Before I go to the third one, let me go to the comments very quickly. I see Jason in the building. Karibu sana once again. He says, my family on my father's side came to California in the 1920s, moved to Watts down from Imperial Court. All right, thank you for the information. I also see Baron Scott, Karibu sana. He also adds, my great uncles gave some good old boys some bubble gum in 1899 when my grandfather was 8 years old. Mr. Other born 1895 to 1969.
That's right, Jason. Bubblegum is always good to a hillbilly.
Shout out to Jibba Karibu sana, doing amazing. Enjoying your lunch on your black job.
He's right. He enjoyed his lunch from his black job.
Thank you for tuning. Jason says, I think the unseen forces will stop the nuclear attack. They know that. I was also asking. Exactly.
They're not going to allow no nuclear attack ever. It's not going to be allowed. Exactly. They're not going to allow it. The unseen forces that you can't see, that you don't know exist, are not going to allow it. They're not going to allow that.
Baron Scott says there is always a possibility that the West will use atomic weapons on Burkina Faso.
That's what they want to do, but it's not going to be like that. Of course, that's been going. You know, that's been going through their mind. It's not going to be allowed. It's not going to be allowed.
And also, Juba Jaba says, I would bet they already have nuclear weapons. They have the technology to deliver it. And also, see, Jason says, half the folks I grew up with in Campton families were from Little Rock and Kansas. All the families had family members that gave out bubble gum, especially folks from Mississippi as well.
All right.
No Karibu Sana, nice to see
Your
you.
family had a lot of bubble gum there, Jason.
Yeah, I've had him talk about that a couple of times. Ricky Karibu says that's why I left military after 10 years. We saw, of course, Beirut, Lebanon, October 23rd, 1983, when Marine barracks bombing. We didn't know America has base in other countries. Okay, and then I also see JPG Karibu Sana. Hope you're doing amazing. He says,
Hold on. Ricky Snow was in the military for 10 years and he didn't know there was military bases all over the world about the United States. You was in the Navy. You had to go to some of them bases. You was in the Navy, Ricky. You had to know some of them bases. There's no way. Just okay. I know you've been to Subic Bay, the Philippines. That's one right there. I know you've been at least to the Philippines, Ricky. Come on. You was in the Navy. You went to a bunch of them damn bases. Go ahead.
So see, Byron Scott says, would someone put her link in the comments? I've never had her before. I will share it on the WhatsApp chat. That is, if you are there, kindly let me know. But yeah. So anyway, as we continue, which other video should I share next, Keith? We did share the second one. We do have like 3 more remaining. Let me know which one you want me to share next. Or if not, I can also cue it myself. Let's wait for you over there.
Hi guys, do you trust you're well? Iran has openly announced across Israel that Tel Aviv must be empty. People, public should leave the bunkers that they're sitting in like rats underneath, because the final plastering will start of Israel and Tel Aviv will be the focus, and none of the buildings will be spared, and they want to make sure that it looks exactly like Gaza. Nothing will be left. And similar kind of warning after they was also made by the Israelis, trying to say that they would do the same to Iran. Whilst yes, Israel may have a superpower in terms of their fighter jets, but strange outside beings are actually taking down their F-35s, and you know who they think.
Oh, already? Okay.
That is Pakistan, yeah, or China, or Russia. And who are the pilots with the most latest?
What happened, Joby?
I ask you the question. Not that one.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I do hear you.
Oh, what were you saying?
No, I'm saying the way you're saying there's it's about how unknown beings are taking
Unhit
down.
hand. Yeah, he's talking about the Pakistanis right now. He's not talking about extraterrestrial. He's talking about the Pakistani, about their airplanes, about their fighter pilots close to the border and to shoot down the Israelis. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah. All I can say is a little Austrian man, albeit quackers.
He's talking about Hitler. I'd have been right.
The world must never, ever allow a single ideology set of people.
Allow these people to rule.
Like
exactly. Allow these people to rule. So he said, and then pause it, Joby. The Austrian man, you guys know he's talking about Adolf Hitler. Hitler might have got a lot of things wrong, but he said you should never allow these people to have rulership and banking system. Remember, he came in and crushed a banking system in Germany. That's why they went to war against. That's why World War II started. So that's why you'll never translate his German into English, and you'll see, you're like, wow, he was making sense. Translate the German they give you. They never want to translate his speeches into English, so you know what he's saying. In German, they make him look, since they own the media, they make him look all crazy and a fanatic. But if you translate his speeches into English, he's talking about the cats with the hats, owning every goddamn thing, subverting your damn culture with homosexuality, perversions, raping children, the same shit they're doing now all over the world. They're the main ones behind all these perversions in the world. It's them doing it. It's in their movies. That's why the NGOs are pushing out throughout Africa. That's them. And the little Austrian German guy said, no more of this filthy shit. So when you see him burning books, they say, oh, he was a book burner. He was burning those books about one man going another man whole sodomy and all kind of debaucherous shit he was talking about. They don't tell you that. They say, oh, he was burning books and literature. They don't tell you what he was burning. The filth, the garbage, the homosexuality, the perversion, the transgender, all that shit. That's what he was burning up. They don't never mention that because remember, they own all the media because they own all the banks globally. That's what they want to get their bank in Iraq. They completely control of it.
400 years, who brought all and plonked them into Palestine.
Of 6 million Jews in that amount of time. You had to turn a motherfucker, you have to cook a motherfucker every 10 seconds. What are you talking about?
And they took over. I say what's written in Torah, the prophecies coming back. The eternally homeless people will be moving again. Their homes have been plastered. They will be moved again in a biblical way, because as much as some of the Muslim countries have been blackmailed to keep mouths shut and allow the bombings to carry on against Iran is one hell of a contender that people do not have the guts to actually match up. Iran has more missiles of about 8-9 different types that they can keep pounding each day, every day, hundreds of them for weeks to come. More than what it takes to actually plaster the whole of Israel and leave nothing, way beyond what they did to Gaza. At least
they said they're gonna leave nothing. They said it's gonna turn. They said Israel's gonna be a parking lot. There'll be nothing left. You better leave now. Iran already told you. Leave now. Leave now.
Flattened city over there, there'll be nothing left. You can imagine what this race of evil did. They even pulled off all the olive trees. When you go out into British streets, what do you see in all garden centers?
You're breaking, Keith. You are breaking. We're losing you.
You see big fat olive trees. Where do you think they came from? They came from Israeli exporters who were busy taking trees off Palestinian lands and selling them in UK. Now they will themselves find that the whole Tel Aviv is plastered and flattened. The difference between these Israelis and Palestinians was when Palestinians were bombed, Gazans were bombed, they were out on the street fighting back with whatever tin pot and sticks and stones they had, whereas these cowardly, absolutely cowardly people in Tel Aviv are running into bunkers like rats run. Again, I say, little Austrian crazy fella, whilst he had a lot of wrong ideas, had some very clear visions, a bit like Elon Musk. you get 2 things right and you get 8 things wrong. Maybe Elon is quite similar to little Austrian man in some ways. But I'm telling you now, this war is not going to end easily. And every single day, Keir Starmer takes us closer and closer to being mincemeated by sending our forces across to help the Americans, as we have always been slaves to the American order. And Keir Starmer has even sold the Army, the Navy, Air Force across to EU. And you know who controls EU? The Americans, the Germans, and the French. Our lads have been sold off. They've been sold off. They have to go and fight a war where they're definitely going to be plastered by the Iranians, because Iranians can't differentiate between who's English, who's French, who's German, and who's a Zionist. To them, everybody who sides with Zionist is a Zionist. It's that simple. And sadly, a lot of Arab countries are within that remit. But we can only hope for the best. But certainly, after so many years, finally, the Zionists get to see what it's like to have hundreds of thousands of babies killed, hundreds of thousands of women, children plastered. The very people who gave them sanctuary, the very people who took them into their arms and gave them food and gave them shelter and gave them clothes and gave them water.
Now remember, but he's talking about pause that. Remember, the Palestinians allowed them to come when they supposedly got hurt by the Germans. The Israelis turned around, stabbed them, killed them. Literally, not figuratively, literally stole kicked them out their homes and put them in a street and left them fucked up for 80 years now. Literally. So what he's saying is real. This has literally happened. Literally. Took the country and renamed it Israel. Said there's no such thing as Palestine. This is what these psychopaths did. Go ahead, Joe.
The handoff. But then that's what that particular place is all about.
Yep.
Everyone who feeds them gets cut up. Even the Americans. Do you think America does anything because they want to do it? No.
Nope. Israel controls America. Everybody knows that.
No.
He knows that.
America can never be elected unless the so-called chosen evil approve. I just thought I'd share this with you. Bottom line is today that the television station in Tehran was attacked.
It's back up.
And it's still burning. And
it's back up now, dude. They put it back up. I told you they're going to put it back up. It's back up.
It's probably 70%, 80% plastered anyway. It's already done. And what little is left, Tehran has said openly, empty Tel Aviv, leave the country.
I told you leave.
We're not responsible. At least they're telling you. Unlike Zionists, who actually lure you towards food bans and charities, and then when you're on that road, they shoot you and kill you, or they say that's a safe zone, all of you move down this road. When they start moving down the road, they kill them. Now it's time that you Zionists actually experience what you did to others. You experience it for your own families. Enough said. Have a nice evening.
Who deleted Albert's ex?
Okay, so which is the next one? Let's see. Fourth one. What's the third one?
You go fight Iran. You go form an army and fight
The
Iran.
pause of that. Let me say the pause. Now you got the mega morons, Trump's base, like him, these right-wing wackos are all upset. Because remember Trump said, I'm going to be peace, no war. So you know he lied about Ukraine, he lied about it because I told you it was going to be a war. They make a difference who was in there. Camilla and him. The Israelis run America. The Rothschilds run America and run the world. So they're just puppets. They're gonna be told what they're told to do. We probably not gonna make any wars, no war. Look at stupid Biden with Palestine, allowing the Israelis to kill all the Palestinians. I'm gonna stop that. You're not stopping nothing. I told you it was a scam. He's a con man. He's controlled. He's a puppet. Not stopping nothing. He'll do what he told to do. As that girl told you with the secret file said, he'll do it. He'll get the real bullet in his goddamn. He'll get the real bubble gum. Okay? It's in the documents that Iran stole from the Mossad. He'll do what he's told to do, or he'll get bubble gum like John F. Kennedy. He'll do what he's told to do. So this is what he's told to do. You'll do what you're told to do, or you'll get a bunch of bubble gum. Whatever kind of flavor you like. Strawberry, grape, whatever. As long as it does the trick.
Your favorite, right?
Right. Your favorite. So now his base is going crazy because they now see he was a lie. They all believed in the fake kabuki theater, as if there's a difference between Democrats and Republicans, all fake. As Machiavelli told you, this is all fake. This Democrat shit, this democracy shit, it's all fake. It's fake. It's ruled from behind the scenes, from people you never see on the news, never do any interviews. They run shit. Anybody you see on the news talking about policies, they don't run nothing but their mouths. That's what they run. Their mouths. Any president talking and giving an interview, only real person you got right now is Eben Toure. That's why they try to bubble gum his ass. They try to give him a bunch of bubble gum every other day. Okay? Because he's the one that's not a puppet. All the presidents are puppet. They run nothing but their mouth. So now the megatards like him, the mega morons, we're not going to buy this, we're not. They're all mad. But they should have known that this was a scam. You can't vote yourself out of oppression. You can't vote yourself out of oppression. You got to have a revolution. These countries, this world is already far gone. You got to do an Iran. You got to fight. See, Iran was a few countries that, they just didn't get conquered. They didn't get taken over by the Rothschilds. But that's why they're coming to get them now. They're coming to get your ass now. We're going to say you got a nuclear bomb or whatever we're going to say. But we're coming to see you now. And so Iran, not being stupid, they knew their time was coming. They knew they were coming to see them. And eventually they're coming to see you. So you better prepare. You better develop. Shut your mouth. Get your goddamn science and math up and start building weapons. So who was building all these weapons in secret? Iran. Iran's got so many weapons, they can make it rain on Israel all day, every day for months. So, told you, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. So, here's what you're seeing. Iran knew they were going to finally, that's why Iran prepared. They knew they were coming to see them. They knew they were coming to sell. They were going to make all kind of lies, Iran's terrorists, nuclear bomb, whatever they were going to do. They own the media, they own the world. So they're like, nah, our time is coming. So we better get prepared. We better stop effing around, and we better get prepared. And that's what they did. So these mega morons, what's Trump doing? Trump is a puppet, like I told you it was. Con man puppet, failed businessman, a moron, an idiot. Trump's IQ has been diagnosed like being partially retarded. That's why you see Trump can't use many words. It's just my big, beautiful bill. He speaks like a retarded child. He's a moron. But you got, Trump is a billionaire. Where? Where has he succeeded at? Nowhere. He's failed over and over again, and who's propped him up? Oh, the same cats that put him in power. The cats. Because he's a puppet. He's going to do the bidding. Same way they put Ruto in power when they were going to, instead of taking his ass to the Hague and get rid of him, they said, we're going to use him later. You get it? So Trump is a puppet. That's what he is. So I did this mega moron getting all mad. We're not going to fight. We're not going to fight. And you should have said that before these elections, moron. Go ahead, Joe. We're going to play.
Okay. We are American people. It's not our problem. and you're
So
not
what?
going to convince us otherwise. We're done. Israel has been convincing us that their issues and their enemies in the Middle East are ours since the 80s, and all it's done
Yeah,
is cost
before the
us
80s.
trillions of dollars and
Yeah,
tens
but
of
broke.
thousands, if not hundreds of thousands
Right.
of American lives. We
Yep.
are done. The deception is over. The game is over, and you're not going to insult us because we're done playing. You're not going to insult us because we're done with Israel's wars and done with you controlling the right-wing geopolitical discourse.
They
We're
control
done.
right
We're not
and
gonna be
left.
insulted. You've gone too far. Israel's time running our foreign policy is over.
No, it ain't. Because you just heard pause that joke. You just heard Trump. We're gonna join Israel. It's not over. He just told you we're gonna join it. So you screaming and hollering and going crazy don't mean shit. They just told you. Trump just told you he's gonna join Israel because that letter that Joby showed in the other video that we're gonna put bubble gum in his head if he don't. Okay? We already told him we're gonna have to give him some bubble gum if he don't do what he's told to do. You understand that? We're gonna have to bubble gum his ass if he don't, follow the rules. There'll be a lot of bubble gum going on here, Joby.
Let me share the last one.
Go ahead.
To continue.
The United States' entire body politic is corrupted not by just corrupt politicians in the United States, but by a foreign power. Then tonight's airstrike.
A foreign power. Everybody knows who runs. Exactly. So the dirty scam, you're not supposed to know. Unless you're a moron. Pause the joke. Unless you're a moron, you know who owns all the banks in the world. You know who runs America. You know who's running the show globally. That's why they can commit a genocide and no one does anything. What country can just kill people without shit happening to them? The UN? Where's the fake UN, United Nations? Why they call Israel a pariah state and say we gotta lock them up? Because they the same people created the UN. That's right. That fake United Nations. That's why. So that's why. So everybody knows it's the scam. And if you say, oh, it's a conspiracy theory that they own all the media, that they own Hollywood, we know that's a fact. Go ahead, Joby.
By a foreign power, then tonight's airstrikes on Tehran are proof positive. The United States, in terms of its foreign policy, which will ultimately and has previously affected ordinary men, women, and children in the United States, is actually all geared and run by Israel.
Yes, we know that.
Of Israel's money
Exactly.
completely corrupts the United States, which is why Donald Trump said, kind of go ahead. At the same time, he didn't want Israel to attack Iran. But of course, Israel is more powerful than Donald Trump is.
He'd have got that bubble. He'd have got that bubble gum if he didn't.
Be a Christian Zionist who believes that one day, at the day of judgment, all Jews will go to hell except those who believe in Jesus Christ. When he said, I'm monitoring this overnight, it's the middle of the night in his embassy that was moved, of course, by Trump's previous administration. Everyone had to realize that those who wanted peace had failed in the United States. Tulsi Gabbard, the director of national intelligence, signaling at Hiroshima that there were forces trying to gear the world to war, and nuclear annihilation was the only power that she had to be able to exert, even as director of national intelligence, overseeing intelligence briefings to Donald Trump. It meant nothing. It seems that Britain, which has been helping Israel with spy flights, has been helping the genocide in Gaza, the European Union, the United States, they're intricately woven into the fabric around Netanyahu and a few of his cabinet ministers, armed to the teeth with billions of dollars of public money from NATO countries. Of course, this raises the specter of retaliation, and there's no doubt that those who see themselves as resistance forces for the Palestinians, except for a few exceptions, have failed to protect the people of Gaza. these are the so-called proxies of Iran, but of course, they're not proxies of Iran. Hamas is not a proxy of Iran, nor is Hezbollah, but I think anyone from the region I'm speaking to you from always thought Sheikh Nasrallah of Hezbollah was a powerful figure who would one day unleash revenge for 1948 and 67 and all manner of occupation in Lebanon. It never happened. Israel won that one.
Yeah, because those are them fake terrorists that they keep saying. Oh, Hezbollah and Hamas. We know Hamas was created by Israel, by Mossad. They keep telling you all in the media, Hamas, we got to kill Hamas in Gaza. We know Hamas was created by Mossad. It's fake. Hezbollah. All these fake terrorist groups supposed to be linked to Iran were created by Israel. See how that works? How the fake propaganda works? Oh, and you got Benjamin Netanyahu, Joe Bashir. We got to stop the terrorists. The terrorists out there. The terrorism. The terrorists. They created the terrorism. They created Mossad. Created Hamas. That's a fact. And then they went around talking about we got to go kill Mossad in Gaza, kill women, innocent men, women, and children from the terrorist group that they created, and then say the terrorist group is killing people. October 7th in 2023, October 7th. Hamas is their group. They created Hamas, but they know most people don't know that, and they got their fake media making a fake narrative. They created Hamas. They created Al-Qaeda. They created ISIS. They created Al-Shabaab. They created Boko Haram. They created all of it. Go ahead, Joby.
Strike in Israel last time around. All it did supposedly was to give Iran information about where to attack in the future. And Israel's attacks on Iran did not, in any case, lead to a apocalyptic response from Tehran. But Iran has been telling the world any attack on Tehran, on Tabriz, on places in Iran will result in the closure of the Straits of Hormuz and key shipping lanes upon which the whole global economy works. Immediately there was an impact on cryptocurrency and some of the extended hours trading share prices as financiers began to understand the implications of this British, European Union, United States armed strike on Iran, that ancient civilization that has never attacked anybody. So why? What is the justification? All that we heard in the past 24 hours preceding the attack was that the IAEA, overseeing the civil nuclear program of Iran, had condemned Iran just after Iran had obtained papers showing that the UN IAEA itself was corrupted by Israel.
Exactly, by Israelis. The spies had already taken it all over, exactly. It was all lies. They'd already taken over, so they were lying on Iran attack. It was all made up lies. This agency was already taken over by the Mossad. Go ahead, Joe, exactly.
Are everywhere. In Ukraine, and of course,
Ukraine. I told you they started Ukraine. I've been said that. Yeah, they're in Ukraine. You better believe these bastards are running around all around Africa. That's why every goddamn embassy should be closed in Africa today. Close it all down. Go ahead, Joe.
Dating civil nuclear scientists, engineers in Iran, it seems, with the de facto connivance of a UN agency. Now we have to wait for Iran's response, but certainly the GCC countries will be urging restraint, will be urging peace, and obviously it may be even too late for that, but that depends now on the Iranian government.
Okay, so yep, that's it. That's the video over there, and go to the comments. Actually not a lot, but I see Ricky says, I didn't know they had a base in made-up Middle East, other countries. That is what I think he says. He says he has been to Asia. He has been to Asia, but he didn't know they had a military base made up in the Middle East, other countries.
That's crazy. Navy's got to go everywhere. That's wild to me. Yeah, okay. I know you've been to Asia. I said, no way you didn't go to Asia and see no way you didn't go like the Busan, South Korea, or Osan, South Korea, or Okinawa is a big port for the Navy. Okinawa, Japan, or Manila, the Philippines. You know, go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, also say Aaron Jones, Karibu Sana, doing amazing. He says Iran hit Mossad hard though, and also Ricky Snow says they say Baron Trump is dummy, and all those Ivy League turn him away because he didn't score high level enough. All right.
Yeah, I'm surprised. They didn't pay to get him in. Remember, he's supposed to be that he had the right wing to him, and he was some kind of super genius. So you find out that Barron Trump is a moron. Probably so. Probably is because it's that. Because there's no way, your genes. You can when you put two smart people together, they have a smart child. That's why you say don't ever marry nobody dumb. You don't want a dumb kid. So imagine him and Melania making that kid. Trump is a moron. All you gotta do is whenever you listen to somebody's vocabulary, and the vocabulary is not very broad, that says something about the intelligence level. Since Trump only used a few key phrases, well, just by his actions, I know he's stupid, but this is the way he talks. He talks like a retarded moron. But people would tell you, oh, he's a billionaire, he's got money. Trump is a moron.
Anyway, we do have, of course, an article here, like I mentioned this one earlier when starting, which was talking about how Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is said he was attacking Iran to prevent nuclear holocaust. But if you look at their prevention of holocaust is that they used and dropped the equivalent of 6 nukes on Gaza. So why didn't you try prevent that? And then
exactly
happened, of course, this particular week where we saw Netanyahu giving a speech shortly after bombing Tehran, justifying the attacks. He called Iran genocidal and said it was trying to destroy his country. Israel action in Gaza have widely been branded genocide. And Netanyahu told the viewers that Iran nuclear strike will be 10 tons of the TNT falling on the country. On a country and the size of New Jersey. And since October 2023, Israel has dropped 70,000 tons. So why would you be scared of only 10,000 tons while you've dropped 70,000?
Yeah, it's that big because they own all the media, Joe. So they get to see all kind of crazy shit that ain't true. They're the ones killing people. They're the ones dropping bombs on people. Iran ain't dropping no bomb on nobody, but in their media, they lie, just like they wanted to lie about the damage that's happened. They were locking up reporters now because remember, Israel went dark and said nobody's allowed to report on the damage because the damage is overwhelming. They're making Israel look like the same way they did Gaza. Iran is turning Israel into Gaza. So they didn't want that out there because they kept saying they're winning and all that kind of shit. The people are fleeing because those people are Europeans. They're not even from that area. They're now trying to get on planes to go back to America, Poland, Paris, England, because the whole thing they believe in, the whole thing they carry is all fake. It's all fake. Y'all ain't nobody. Ain't none of you. What you call yourself. You're all Europeans. That's why Netanyahu's real name is Malachowski. Do this real quick, Joe. Real quick. Let's ask Google if they lie to their own Google, but it's out there. Everybody knows it. Say what is Benjamin Netanyahu's born name? What is his born name? It ain't no damn Benjamin. It ain't no Netanyahu. See, all these people, all these Israelis, prime minister, they all gave themselves fake names because they tried to make them sound like they were actually what? Jewish. They're not.
Remember yesterday we did check, of course. You did say he was born in
Philadelphia.
Okay, yeah, but they didn't give us the facts on that. But they're saying Benjamin Netanyahu birth name is Benjamin Netanyahu. He was born in
What? They say that. That's a lie. That's
yeah.
see. That's how you know they own the world, guys. We know that's a lie. His name is Malakowski. His name is not Benjamin or Netanyahu. It's Malakowski. Okay. Say. Let's ask Google. Say. Let's ask. Did Benjamin Netanyahu ever change his name? Let's ask that. We know his name is Melo. See, that's how you know they own all. Google all this shit. Do this for me real quick, Joe. Go to DuckDuckGo real quick. Ask DuckDuckGo his name. Shit, they'll tell us the truth.
DuckDuckGo. So I didn't shit, but let me check. Just a minute. Maybe they'll give us. But they also got to DuckDuckGo long time ago.
They brought it out. They did brought it, but they might didn't change that completely. You know how people are lazy with shit.
Based on Google, no, Benjamin Netanyahu did not change his name. He was born with the name Bezdion Milokowski.
See, that's his name, Malakowski. That's his real name. It's not Netanyahu. It's Malakowski, Joby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah, no, he didn't change, but that is his name. So what?
Didn't change his name, but his name is his name is not Netanyahu. His name is Malakowski, Joby. All you go back and look at all the Israeli prime ministers, Joby. All their names are fake. All of them. All of their names are fake.
I remember we did. I remember us doing.
You did that. Yeah, you did it. We went to all the names. All the names are fake to make themselves be what? Israeli Jews and stuff. So they all got fake names because the names are all from Europeans, Eastern Europeans, like from Poland and Russia and Ukraine. That's where they come from. They're actually Turks. They're actually Turks. They're Mongolian Turks.
Mm-hmm.
What they are.
On your screen, what you can see is what we did slightly mention yesterday, a video of Iran attack on the near Israel intelligence building, which of course Israel doesn't want to show majority of these videos, like you had mentioned it. They're hiding this. They're hiding to the world. They don't want to see, they don't want to show the rest of the world how they are losing this particular war. Shout out to someone like Alex Jones. We had him yesterday with the propaganda of saying that Israel is winning. So
hold on, Joe. Go to Alex Jones real quick and see how much time we got. We got about 20 minutes. Go to Alex Jones first. Let's go to Alex Jones on BitChute and say the first hour. Let's see what he said. Yeah, Israel's time. Israel, Iran's gonna have to surrender because Israel's killing them. They're winning.
Okay.
He's a propagandist. Ooh, see. But that's what all Western media is saying, Joey. That's what all the media is saying. That Iran's got to give up. Iran's got to stop it. They're losing. That's why you heard Trump said. That's why Trump said, I told them they better negotiate and come to the bargaining table. And we told you to shut your damn. Iran said, shut your damn mouth. He told them to shut your mouth. Nobody's answering them. He said, I'm calling them. He said, shut your mouth. Nobody's picking up your call. Shut your mouth. He told his ass.
See what Alex Jones has on the table today.
Let's see what lies he's saying today. Because remember, I told you yesterday, told you they're winning. Iran's about to be destroyed, Joby, if they don't do what they're told to do.
No, you gotta do his voice. You know, you have some sort of similarity on his voice.
I can't do his voice. That hurts my voice. I get hoarse.
The globalist, the globalist. Israel is winning. Like Israel is winning. Iran.
The Chicom. The Chicom. Chicoms on Hollywood. All these lies he told. The Chicoms.
Oh my God. Okay, let me pull up.
Yeah, they hit the Mossad building, James. They did. They didn't miss it though. No, they hit it. They hit the Mossad building. They hit it. They hit the CIA of Israel, the Mossad. They blew the building up. What's that? But yeah, let's go to the first hour. And the Iran has been told they better do and back down so they can have peace and prosperity. These are all the con men with their fake ass capitalism, because white people know they've stolen the world and the world's wealth. They've never built any wealth. They've stolen everything and then con people. And now the con is coming to an end, and they're scared about losing real power. Join me today. It's Alex Jones telling some more bullshit about the world and the Chicoms and Islam is dangerous. The ragheads are dangerous. These damn dirty ragheads, they're dangerous. Yes, bitch, you guys. It takes a while to queue up. Bitch, you got a messed up. They got messed up bit rate. It ain't YouTube.
Just a minute as you wait over there.
It's low budget. He's one of these MAGA. It's the MAGA morons are coming after him.
Here's the deal. During that little 2-minute break, I just got a bunch of intel, and I've got a lot of.
You know, he's got a lot of intel.
Sources, as you know, and you just heard John.
Of course, you got sources because your family's part of the CIA, moron.
Terrorism, CIA,
You're a puppet.
Afghanistan, and more.
You're a puppet.
Trump has made the decision to strike Iran as early as Thursday. It is going to be huge.
It's going to be huge. He ain't made a decision. No, you already seen it. You already seen the documents. He better do it. He's gonna get bubble gum, right? He's already been told you better do it. You better do what we paid while we put you in there. You better do it, or you're gonna be bubble gum. And it ain't gonna be no fake bubble gum this time at all. It's gonna be real. You're gonna get the real flavor.
Repercussions. It makes my head spin. And the United States has been involved in all this regime change and all this evil and just toppled Assad and put Al-Qaeda in charge.
We said Assad.
Coming into office, that was already done.
Because the policies never changed.
Has now come out and said that, she's seen more intel now and agrees with Trump.
She lied.
I was been honest, and I've been telling you this for 15
years. Remember, everybody knows Iran has nuclear. Everybody knows Iran has them now, and everybody knows moronic ass Israel had them way back in the 60s. But now he's talking about now Tulsi Gabbard. These are all Israeli puppets, guys. Remember when they were getting that? You can't get in office in America unless you are an Israeli puppet. You can't get nowhere. You can't become a congressman, a senator. You can't become nothing unless you are backed and your butthole is open for Israel. These are facts. So him talking about Tulsi Gabbard now, Tulsi Gabbard see no more information. They're told what to do. They control us and control the foreign policy. They're told what to do. They're all puppets. But this moron's not going to tell you that. These are facts. How do people on TikTok know that and he don't? Everybody knows who runs this country. And all these puppets are put there to do the bidding of Israel. She's seen the intelligence and it says she now backing Trump. She's told what to do. That's why when she went in, you listen to the Gabbard stuff. We must protect Israel at all costs. Israel, they're all Israel puppets, all of them. When they were doing confirmation, they always like Israel. Israel's great. We got to do Israel. Nobody asked about Israel. They were talking about Israel. Israel. We got to do Israel. We love Israel. Israel's great. Israel licks my coochie every day. Israel. So that's what you find. That's what you see happening. They control the country. You don't live in an independent, free democracy. Doesn't matter if it's a right wing or left wing. You see all of Biden's staff are all what? Cats. You see that all cats are in Trump's staff. The same thing. Nothing ever changes. The cats rule this shit. And people know that. Unless you're a complete moron, you can't see that the cat runs England, runs America, runs Canada, runs Australia, runs Germany, runs all. If you don't see that, you are an idiot. It's in your face. There's no way. Back in the day when I talk, I can understand you didn't see it 20, 25 years ago when I was saying it. Today, it's in your face. There's no way you don't see it. But go ahead, Joby.
They're not that hard to make if you got the uranium. And they've had the uranium, and okay. And Saudi Arabia has nukes. They got them from Pakistan. Pakistan's been helping Iran. The Russians have been helping Iran. The Iranians have nukes. And so you could say, well, that's why Trump wants regime change.
I've been
He
saying
wants to make it
Pakistan
look
help.
like he gave them a chance. Well, the question is, when they take out the mullahs, will the
They're not.
mullahs fire their nuclear weapons at Israel? And I know nobody else is saying this, okay? Except
See
me.
him lying? See him lying? Yeah,
That's
because
what
you're a
I do.
liar. He's a dirty liar because we already seen it. He's not mentioning what we just told you about the Samson option. It's not Iran. Iran has never. Who is Iran threatening? Oh, absolutely nobody. Who's Israel threatening? Everybody, because they're trying to steal land. The Rothschild trying to steal all that land, all the oil and all the gas, and have it for themselves. Okay, so we know they're trying to steal Iran's. They want to talk about the mullahs. This fat propagandist here, this fat bastard here, is not telling you they're trying to steal Iran's resources, their gas, their oil, their the other rare minerals that Iran has. And also remember, Iran sits on one of the major trade routes of the world on the planet. So they want the trade route, and also they want to put their fake banking scam. Remember that what they want to do with Libya with Gaddafi. They want to put their fake banking scam in there, which Ibrahim took out of Burkina Faso. Said the bank gotta go. Once you get rid of the banking scam, they're coming to see you. Okay, so Iran doesn't have the fake banking scam, and so they need to come and see them and overturn them. So that's what's happening. So don't be all this fat propaganda he talking this old fat bastard here. It's about Iran doesn't have the fake banking scam. Iran has gas and oil that they want, and Iran has trade routes that used to be on the ancient Silk Road from China, going to Asia, going to Europe. They sit on a crucial area on the globe of these ancient trade routes that they want, that gives wealth to everybody. So they want the wealth of Iran. So it ain't about no nuclear bombs and all that shit he talking. It's about what can we steal it, who can we kill it to get it. He's not, but this fat propagandist ain't gonna mention none of that. Go ahead, Joe.
I tell you stuff other people don't know. That's my business.
Yeah.
So Trump left the G7 early yesterday. Went to Camp David. Didn't invite Tulsi Gabbard, the head of national intelligence. And Trump says he's not in the mood to negotiate. And then he comes out with these statements today. We now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran.
He's acting like he's the one making the decision. He's not in the mood to negotiate. He's told what to do, Morai. He's not telling you that. I'll tell you what people don't tell. He's not telling you that Trump is a puppet. He's not. He can't negotiate. They put him there to do this. I told you they were going to bring this war. I told you that last year. They want this war. They want to go against Iran. They want the war because America is collapsing financially. The whole system is falling apart. The theft and graft they've been stealing the world. They need to steal another country to prop it up for some more years. Iran is the next person, the next piece on the puzzle, the next chess piece to prop up their fucking tyranny, their fake ass economy. See, and Africa is waking up, and that's another problem. Don't think they're not going to turn and come. It's going to be war. It's going to be war in Africa. Africa's the big chessboard. Iran's a little piece. Africa's the real piece. Because they're not willing to let Africa go at no cost. Understand this. Because the morons they put in power are going to start losing power because the youth are saying no more. The youth are saying no more in Africa. So you're looking at a tilting point, and Africa is the base on everybody's wealth. But go ahead, Joby.
Unconditional surrender today. That means they could make them surrender and then still remove them.
They're not going to surrender shit.
You know exactly where the so-called supreme leader is hiding?
See, And what this happened, this is illegal. Trump saying this, he's not going to do this is illegal. I mean, Joby said, you don't live in a democracy. Because he don't have the right to take you to war without the will and consent of the people. That means he would have to go to Congress and ask for a declaration of war. So since the Congress people represent their district all over the country, your congressman is supposed to represent you and the people of his district. And if the people are against the war, that congressman is supposed to vote on your favor, saying, well, no, Mr. President, you can't go to war because only Congress can declare war, not the president. Congress, because Congress is supposed to represent the people of their district. So what he's doing is illegal, according to the Constitution. So if you're living in a democracy, as Joby said, everybody's all fake because what he's doing is illegal. He's supposed to be impeached for even bringing this up. This is impeachment because you can't go to war without consent of the Congress. That's a fact. So how's he talking about I'm going to go to war and I'm going to drop bombs on Iran and it's going to be unconditional surrender? What the fuck are you talking about? You don't got the power to do that. Congress makes war. Hold on, Joby. Keep that there. Open up another tablet for me. Ask Google to say the United States Congress. Ask say United States Congress can only make war. Can only declare war. They would say, oh, not no more. Not if you got a police action. They're going to say all kind of nonsense because the Jays own that. They want to tell you a lie. Only Congress can authorize war. Go ahead, Joby.
They're saying the Constitution grants Congress the sole power to declare war.
The sole power. Not the president. Go ahead, Joby.
And the extent of the president's authority to wade into conflict abroad without the approval of the legislative branch has challenged in recent years. So
it's illegal. So they try to make it legal because the Jays don't want this. They want to be able to have you go to war. Constitutional, Trump is supposed to be goddamn now impeached. He's talking that shit. He's right there told you. Congress, president don't got the right to make no war. He don't have the authority because he's not a representative of the people. The people have different Congress or what they would call parliament in Kenya. Parliament people represent the people. Only you go back to your district and say, what does my district say? Do they want war? And so you get all the Congress people come up there and say, nah, my district says no. My district says yes. My district says no. And then the majority decides who's going to go to war or not. Not the president. So they've dumbed down the people so much with the press. They own all the media. They say they got Trump talking crazy out here. You don't got the authority to talk to Iran at all, moron. To talk about no war. Only Congress. Because Congress is supposed to be, in a democracy, right, supposed to be representative of the people back in their district. That's how I live in California. I live in Arkansas. That one district in LA says, nah, we don't want to go no damn war. So as a congressman representing that district, I'm supposed to go back and say, nah, my district says no. Or somebody in Arkansas, my district says no. Somebody in Virginia, yeah, my district says yes. Or somebody in Florida, my district says hell no. Then, only after the vote can the president take us to war. When he's got enough Congress people have the majority saying yes. Other than that, the answer is no. You don't got the authority to take anybody to goddamn war, and you're supposed to be impeached. They better impeach his ass. The Democrats, you better start talking about impeaching him, because American people going to want his ass out of there. Because what he's doing, if he drops any bomb on Iran without the consent of Congress, he's supposed to be out of there. He's supposed to arrest his ass and lock his ass up. It's unconstitutional. But you've been dumbed down so much that you believe the president has the right to take you to war. He does not. Only Congress, not even the Senate, only Congress, since they're the direct representative of the people, not even the Senate, but Congress are the only body that can declare war on anybody or allow America to go into war because they are direct representative of the people. Like Joby said, they don't ever give a damn about the people. They don't. You hear Trump say, I must go to Congress first. He didn't say that. He said, I'm going to bomb their ass into submission, and it's going to be unmitigated until they surrender. What are you talking about? Are you insane?
Mm-hmm.
And but you didn't hear? Did you hear fat ass Alex Jones say, "Hey, he don't got the authority"? You hear Alex Jones say that once? Alex Jones knows the Constitution, but he's a fat propagandist. He knows most Americans are stupid, don't even know their own Constitution. Most Americans don't even know how the government even works. Let alone if I ask somebody in California, "Hey, where's Arkansas?" I don't know. You don't know Arkansas? Don't you live in America? Hey, where's Virginia? I don't know. Where's Virginia at? So that's how dumbed down the country is. So you got Trump saying stuff he knows is illegal, but he knows his people are stupid. He don't got the authority to take nobody no damn war at all. Go ahead, Joe. I guess we're gonna wrap it up, guys.
Yeah, we're almost actually
coming to
the end.
Yeah. Read everybody's comments for me, Joe. Before we get out of here.
I see we have just a few comments actually remaining because I've been going through all
Okay.
of them.
Cool. I think a lot of the MAGA-tards are going to try to impeach his ass because they coming out. They like remember he promised no. Remember he kept saying, "I'm the peace president, no war." If you get Camilla, you're going to get war. I told you both of them you're going to get war because that's what these cats wanted. I'm the peace president. Get out of here with that shit.
Joe was I see you. Say not Mr. Red Lobster again. Come on.
Yeah.
I guess that's the new nickname. I see Jason says a lot of Mexicans feeling some type of way. I just told a few y'all wicked ways catching up. And I also see Baron Scott says he changed his name from Satan to Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah. Satan is like somebody they gonna tell you his name, then Joey found the name is Malachi. They gonna tell you a lie. No, he didn't change his name, then Joey found the name. Yeah, changed his name from Malakowski. Yeah. None of all these people got fake. But see, they own Google. They own all these things to keep you not knowing shit. That's how wicked these bastards are. Keep you confused and nonsense. Don't know anything. Go ahead, Joby.
Let me see if we have any comments on BitChute as well before we get to wind up.
You read a BitChute comment? Oh, watch it. I think they've been censored on BitChute. I've seen too many comments.
Well, I don't see it. Okay, we have one. I see we have someone who says, "Wake up. You are aware Trump and Israel are screwed and Iran has supersonic missiles that can destroy any Iron Dome defense."
That's
and
right.
all say fighter jets. Never
we know that. We're not saying that whoever said that on BitChute. I'm saying they know that. And that's and them sending those dumbass aircraft carriers, that's a sitting duck. I'm sending an aircraft carrier and I got hypersonic missiles coming. That means everybody on the ship is going to see, but they want this war. They want say, "Oh, look at it. Israel blew up American ship," and then to make Americans go crazy. Yeah, we gotta go fight them. They killed our people. Yeah, because people are easily manipulated. Then Trump will have the backing of the United States once they blow up one of these dumbass aircraft carriers. Remember, like Joey just read, they sent in the Nimitz. The Nimitz is like 50 years old. This old raggedy ass shit, like 56. It's supposed to be retired. They know that ship is over. Understand? The people on it are going to be a sacrifice. See, I want you to know how wicked people do, how wicked they are, right? So when Iran blow up the Nimitz with all the Americans on it, it's going to make the Americans feel a certain way and don't want to go to war. Now they're going to back. Look at that kilt. They're going to see Americans' arms blown off, their heads all fucked up, their legs blown off. They're going to make people, what? We got to go to war now. Yeah! So they're going to use them as a sacrifice. They're going to blow their head. They don't care about these people. Politically, so they're going to blow their ass up. The Nimitz is supposed to be decommissioned, guys. Why they send this old ship over, this old aircraft carrier? Because they expect Iran to blow it up and kill a bunch of Americans. And you on the ship, you know it, but you're in the military, so you got to follow orders. So you can't jump off the ship. You know you're being sent as a sacrificial lamb. They're gonna blow your ass up. And then it's gonna get the consent of the American people. After the Americans, they're gonna be on their media showing Americans with their heads blown off, their arms all fucked up, their legs, they they foot off. Look at somebody's foot. Oh my God, Israel, Iran has got to pay, Joby, for my kid's foot.
Please,
Somebody's got to pay.
go to bed with that BS. That's all I'll say. But anyway, see, Jason says people keep showing that Simpson episode where Trump gets bubblegum. As we wind up, Jibba Jabba says the Navy shot down an airliner in the Gulf, wasn't it Iran?
Yeah, they said Iran shut down Iran never shot down no airline. Remember they shot that. Remember they blew up they killed. Joby even did that like 2 years ago, where Joby showed how Israel blew up one of the Iranian generals in the aircraft. He was like in a helicopter or airplane, and they blew his ass up. And Iran still didn't do nothing. Remember that was like 2 years. I remember Joby reporting on it. They blew up another one of their generals like 2 years ago. It's like 2 or 3 years. I think it's 2 years ago. How Israel blew up one of the damn Iranian generals. They blew his ass up, and they blew him up, and like the vice president of Israel. I remember Joby reporting on in the morning. It was like the vice president and one of their famous generals. They blew him up, and Iran didn't do nothing. That was another war crime that Israel just did. So and it's supposed to be Israel. I mean, Iran's the dangerous one. The Joby report on it. He was out in a small plane. He was in a small plane up around the Caucasus Mountains up there between Iran and was that Azerbaijan that borders Iran up there? Azerbaijan or something. He was on the border and they blew his ass out the sky. I remember that. Anyway.
Yeah, we literally what we're gonna say, like I was questioning you earlier, this is literally the declaration of World War III,
They're trying to get it in. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get there, but it's not going to end. It's not going to end the way they want. I don't mind it because people don't fight the war. I don't mind it because it's going to be all you white people go fight the war. Your population's already fucked up. Imagine how many you're going to die. Imagine how many you're going to die. See, this all, to me, this is biblical to me. You said something about biblical. This is just the rise of Africa to me because this is not going to be enough for you to keep Africa impoverished. But enough to keep Africa control of it. That's the new power. See, but all you guys fighting, Africa's going to be the new power. And only Africans are ethical, moral, and legit. Africans are just people. We're the only just people on the planet. So the African is going to rule. Okay, so I don't care about you fighting the war. Fight. Okay, hey, some of my black brothers, you're in the military, I told you get out. But if you're there, hey, good luck to you. But I don't care about a bunch of white people going to fight. Hey, go do your thing. It's like you can't scare me with no nuclear bomb. It ain't gonna be no nuclear war. Tell that now. Not gonna be allowed. So you can't scare me with that. But if you're gonna kill a bunch of yourselves, have at it. Have at it. Black people stay out of it. It ain't our fight. They got shit to do with us. Stay out of it. You know, if they want to kill themselves, hey, I promote that. Go ahead.
That's so sad. But yes, we're coming to the end of today's conversation. I hope you guys have enjoyed again. Jason says, Bobby Hamid said, the way the physical energy is changing, guns and nuclear weapons will not work as they...
It's not going to work. Exactly. The energy on the planet is changing. Exactly right. Everything's about energy. The energy's changing. And if you see, and if you guys been on TikTok, you see a lot of Africans' powers come back online. People moving trees. I've seen people moving stuff with their hands, with their minds. They said, look, this is real. Look at me doing that. The energy's come back online. Telekinesis. Let's go to TikTok. Oh, before we got like 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Okay, Joe, just real quick. Go to TikTok real quick. Type in telekinesis. It'd be like a few videos like a minute long or 30 seconds. They're showing you how your powers are coming back online. So them killing you, you'll be able to block bullets and all this stuff they say is fake, all this Marvel shit, that's in you because you're melanated. The energy's changing. Say telekinesis. Say black people show telekinesis, or people showing telekinesis power. How you guys spell telekinesis? You know I can't spell that shit. Telekinesis. How you spell that?
I got it. I'm smart than you.
There you go. I never said you were smart. I never said you wasn't. I never said you wasn't. Hey. Yeah.
London, what you doing? What you mean you gonna move the paper with your mind?
I can just move it with my mind.
How you gonna move the paper with your mind? You be sounding crazy. There you go with that crazy.
Because Mama, you're stupid. You don't know. You don't know.
How you
You
gonna
don't know
move the
any of
paper
this.
with your mind, London?
She can.
Let me see, cause I think you tripping.
You're not tripping. There she go. Move with her
You
mind.
not do what the heck? You're not doing that.
She did do that. You just dumb. You don't know nothing about it because you're a
Not
moron.
doing. Oh,
Your daughter is doing that, stupid.
she is not doing.
Your daughter is doing that, dummy. You just don't know she's doing it.
Oh, that's scary.
It's exactly. I'm about to say it's gonna scare you. That's gonna scare you because you don't understand what she's doing. You don't understand.
Yes, I can't do it.
You don't understand. You probably think it's the devil or some shit. No, the energy is changing and her powers are coming back online, moron. You don't know this because you're stupid. That's why. Your daughter's telling you the truth. I'm moving the paper with my mind, Mama.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't
There you go.
even think there was books out there of telekinesis.
Exactly. Boom.
I
That's
personally
real.
saw
These are your these are all your natural powers coming back online.
I can do it too.
Of course you can do it.
And I just had a go. And this is what I seen the children do. So they were just like, they rub their hands together, rub. So it's really fast, till it gets
As melanin, your conductive energy. So as the energy change, your powers are gonna come back online. Flying, moving shit with your mind, talking to people through your mind.
create a spiral on my hand because again,
All the
it
stuff
adds to the
no one can
sensation
do
of
but
feeling.
African people.
Either create an energy ball.
Exactly.
And it's important to know that air force is needed and used at the beginning until it gets less and less for the people like, it's just air. Ignore
Not
it.
air. It's energy.
Just have a go. You can bounce the energy. You can feel
You
the
generate the energy through your body by eating a clean diet,
Feel it. There's a whole
not masturbating all your energy out your body.
You can ground, make sure you stay hydrated, meditate,
Exactly.
and all things like
You're
that.
meditating, you're hydrated, and you also you store your energy in your body.
That's all it is. Start with something light, foil or fire.
You start light, and eventually, as the energy changes, you'll be able to move, walk. You'll be able to build pyramids again with your mind. You'll be able to levitate stone again with your mind, because you are the gods. You're a small G god. That's what you are as an African.
Heavier objects, like the video you see me doing.
So all this stuff is coming back online.
That's basically it. Just have a go. Don't ignore how you may think you look. Ignore what people think. Just practice in your own time and have a go, and you'll grow at it.
You'll do it because you're African. You just do it.
Items, but for me, it's like
You control your mind, meditate, then you start doing it. First, and if you're a woman, you take you start levitating. As a woman, you take the energy from your ovaries and you shoot up through your body. Well, that's it, Joby. Good.
Yeah, I have the powers to do that. You guys just need to.
I know you're dangerous. I want you to be careful because you be getting rid of people named Robinsons too much.
The powers of pushing you like that, you know. Don't play with me. Anyway,
you ever got the power to push all broke niggas away?
Family, have yourselves a beautiful
Much
day.
love, guys. Much love.
Episode of the Africa Today Show. Hope you guys have enjoyed. To those who shall be catching this on a replay, as usual.
Yeah,
Hope you guys
that's fun at the end, guys. That was a good,
time.
another good fun show, guys. Hey, everybody pound the like button before you get out of here.
Yep.
Much love.
Hit that like button and of course subscribe if it is your first time as well.
Yeah, subscribe.
Have
I
yourself.
think we're like 22.5 or something. I don't know what we are.
Yeah, I see you keeping up. That's what's up. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I was guessing. I ain't no guessing.
Yeah, much love, family. See you guys tomorrow. Same time.